And welcome back, everybody, to the 2018 U.S. Open 10-ball championship. This is Freddie Agner. I'm joined by George Teachea.
Hello, guys. Hello.
This is a second round on the one-loss side. We have Jeffrey the Bull DeLuna versus Chip Compton.
Mosconi hopeful versus Filipino great.
It's funny, you know, you say that, George. You could probably line up about 20 Filipinos that are just amazing players. They come over for a couple of months, snap things off, and leave. Jeffrey DeLuna is one of the biggest breakers out there.
He's been on the scene for a while, too.
He has been. U.S. Open 10-ball championship. It is a race to 9. Alternating breaks. You rack your own. They're using the template rack here, the Magic Ball rack. Jump cues are allowed for those of you who ever want to come down and play the U.S. Open 10-ball championship. This is a CSI event. 3-foul rule is in effect.
45 entrants entered the U.S. Open this year. Being played on diamond 9-foot tables with pro-cut pockets. Sponsored by Rio Hotel Suites and Casino, Simonis Cloth, Cyclop Balls, Acme Cases, Predator 1080 Pure Chalk, and Diamond Products. Chip is Mosconi hopeful. He's one of 14.
The Magic 14.
Magic 14. The new format for Mosconi Cup.
And when we have the Efren Reyes Cup, Jeffrey DeLuna would certainly be a candidate.
He's a personal kid. I met him in Phoenix just last week at the West Coast Swing.
Huge break with Jeffrey. He can really rear back that left arm before letting it loose. Let's see if he does that.
He'll come right up. Boom.
That might be the biggest break,
Look at this break.
We've heard here.
Wow.
And he's made a ball. Not a great shot on the one ball. How'd Jeff get here? He's
Jeff
on the one
got
loss.
here by he lost to Ian Costello. He had a bye, then played Ian Costello, and
the undercover agent.
The undercover guy I was talking about yesterday. That's right. Las Vegas local. He likes to say here. He likes to play poker, and but anyway. And Chip Compton lost to Shane Van Boening. Had a bye, and here he is too. This is both their second matches, and it's a second round match for the loser on the one-loss side. He went for the bank, I think.
Two-way shot.
Play safe? Two-way?
Sort of two-way shot.
Yeah. And he's got him. Chip will probably just jump this. But yeah, we've had quite a run here at the U.S. Open so far. This is the second day, and it is Thursday.
It's Thursday. Chip is bringing out his hand shoe jump cue.
That's one of his sponsors.
Chip plays out of Club Billiards in Wichita.
Yes, he does. Some of the matches we had here today, while he gets his jump cue out.
Still getting the jump cue.
Some of the matches that in the second round, on the winner's side, you had Shane defeat Donnie Mills. Mitch Ellerman defeated Billy Thorpe. Corey Deuel defeated Tyler Steyer. Chris Robinson defeated Skylar Woodward. James Arana, Shane McMinn. James won that. Rob Sias lost to Vilmos Foldes. Dennis Hatch defeated Alex Olinger. And then Omar Al-Shaheen defeated Eklund Kachi.
Makes the ball, goes all the way around the world.
And he gets perfect on the deuce.
It looks pretty good.
Let's see how he plays position here. Will he play the 3-ball in the side pocket on the right? I think he plays position for that. Come off the deuce, slide over to the left-hand corner.
There's a big landing zone there to play the 3
zone.
on the side. Yeah, that's what he's playing.
Yeah. He just lays natural for that position. And then from the 3 to the 4, if he gets, depending on the angle he gets on the 3, the 4 comes easy.
Good look at Chip Compton.
Yeah. Ask him about the Mosconi Cup. He says, that's a big dream of mine since I was a little kid. He says, Joey Gray and I have hoped for that forever. And now it can become a reality for him. Nice bump there on the 4, bumped it to the right place. But, you know, he could play this 4-ball in the corner. He might use the 6 when he comes off the rail to hold it for the 5. He's probably going to try to hold it there without using the 6. Nice and soft. Overcut it. Overcut the ball. And had he made the ball, well, if he made the ball, he wouldn't be there because he would have hit it thicker, and probably would have hit the 6.
Well, he's really given
A big
break for
Yeah.
Jeffrey DeLuna.
He had a big break, made several balls on the break, didn't do anything with it, and you know, Chip gets to the table and gives it right back. Big swing for Jeffrey. He'll probably just stop it there and play the 6 in the corner pocket. Or there's a lot of things you can do here. I was saying that earlier. I got to play him in Phoenix at the West Coast Swing, and but it was one pocket, not this. And he's learning one pocket, he says. Yeah, learned it pretty quick. Probably play the 8 ball and the 6 ball in the same pocket, lower right. You might just play one pocket to that lower right
every
corner.
ball to that pocket.
Speaking of one pocket, let's see what he does here. Let's see how he handles his cue ball and his position play. He likes to put a stroke on the ball.
Are you kidding
He doesn't
me?
want to just stun it over.
Wow.
He says, I don't like my angle. I'm going around the table.
Well, it's certainly adds some excitement to the game.
Well,
How do you not just float that ball over? He just pounded it.
he's more comfortable with the full stroke. He's very confident with shots like that. I'll tell you that right now, because I don't want to refer to the match that I played him. The only time I've seen him play was that one time I played him. And my Lord, he made an out from nowhere on the last rack. We were hill. And he's got to run 4 balls. I've got 7. And he makes an out from nowhere with shots like what he just did on that ball where he went 3 rails for shape. Shots like that. And he takes game number 1. Alternate break format brings Chip to the table to rack the balls. And what a game we've had so far. Some of the other matches actually that went off this morning, I had a list of them. Let me find those guys. Fargo rate. I believe Mr. DeLuna has an 8. A 796. This is after, this is as of July 16th. He has a 796. I've got 2 references to Fargo rate. I've got a sheet that they use for the Calcutta that shows Jeffrey with a 796. Chip Compton is a 748. So they're about 50 points, 48 points apart. And in a race to 9, I think Jeffrey would be giving Chip a game on the wire, according to Fargo rate. According to U.S. Open standards, they're playing dead even.
Well,
at this, you know, a race to 9, 2 players of this caliber, according to Fargo rate, don't need a handicap.
give me the numbers again.
796 and 748.
Well, that sounds like a spot to me.
It's a 1-game spot. I think it's a 1-game spot. It might be even more. A longer race, it might be 2 games, because it's 50 points difference, almost 50 points difference.
It's like
48.
Chip might play the 9 ball here. He's tempted to carom the 9. I can't see it from
tough
this
shot.
end. You can't even see how they sit. But
Yeah, he's not sure he can see it.
all right, so this was a push out for here. Giving it back.
What will Jeffrey do with this since it's been given back to him? Now, see, Chip is an accomplished one-pocket player,
Yes, he is.
so his safety play might be, and I hate to call anything better, you know, but more evident. How's that? And so he's sitting there looking at this saying, you know, I don't think I can do much with this, so I'm going to let him try to do something, see what he pushed out for, because rarely does it benefit the lower-rated player to let his opponent back to the table on a push-out.
Let's see what we got here. No, it was the other way around.
Yeah,
that was Chip's push. He just brushed the ball, I believe he did. So, and he pushed out for Jeff, and Jeff took a look, stared it down.
He's going to jump this, but does the one ball go by the 9? It didn't appear to on the last angle. And as far as the carom goes,
what an interesting back and forth on this one.
Yeah.
From here, it looks like it might go. From the top view, it looks like he has no chance of going. That's what I say. Couldn't really see from this angle. Oh, it goes. Okay. But you were talking about, I guess it's half pocket. He's going to be jumping, so the chances for this. Oh, yeah, he was going to jump just a hair. This is break cue, so he's going to jack up just a hair. Now he's jacking up more than a hair.
Yeah, that answers that.
Thump.
And did he get behind?
He pushed out to half ball jump to half pocket.
And Jeffrey let him have it.
Yeah.
Back. And might prove to be a mistake. But then again, that was a good shot. Didn't have to make it.
Yeah, he could have popped that ball right off the table.
Didn't have to make it. This morning, 11 o'clock matches, you had saw some upsets. Not upsets. I take that back. There was no upsets. Saw some great matches.
Well, some people were upset.
Yeah. Well, you got it. That's very, very true. But let me find my paperwork.
He's got the angle to go down table for the 6 ball. He's got to get between the 8 and the 10, or go around the 8. Right between the 8 and the 10, I think. There it is. And the 7 ball, he's already checked to see if it passes the 9. I think he's a bit straight here. He's got to be shaking his head. He's going to go forward, I guess. Yeah, he's going forward 2 rails.
Yeah, this he is going forward.
Little tricky
straight.
here.
Yeah, a little tricky. He can come in sharp. He can come in sharp underneath the 8. Goes forward.
8 ball plays big.
He went above it. He's okay. Some 3rd round matches this morning from this morning's 11 o'clock matches. Mitch Ellerman defeats Shane Van Bonen. Dennis Hatch defeats Omar Al-Shaheen. James Aranas defeats Vilmos Foldes. And Corey Dool defeats Chris Robinson in a tough hill battle.
Oh, boy. Chip 2-stroke that, which probably is the way he strokes anyway, and just overcut it.
And of course, you guys got to watch Alex Pagulayan over Oscar Dominguez. Meanwhile, Jeffrey's back at the table with a good shot. He likes these shots. He's going to just whack this ball with low English and to the rail and back out for the 9.
He is a power stroking lefty. He likes to clean the balls up using the back of the pocket.
Well,
just as soon as they say that,
he doesn't find the back of the pocket.
Doesn't find the back of the pocket.
Yeah.
Chip's going to run out here. I mean, this is.
The bull is surprised.
Chip wants to give a shout out to Robbie, his girlfriend, who is here. I believe.
Sponsored by Durbin Cues.
Yeah, Mike Durbin Cues.
Hand shoe jump cues.
Which he's already
used. He just used very effectively. And I will say
that shot there, he shot with his Predator break cue. He shot it with his jump cue earlier. Look out. Look out. All right, he's all right.
And first game, to tie it up for Chip.
For Chip, puts a bead
One
on.
apiece. One apiece. Jeffrey winning the lag, gets to break when they're even, and he'll rack the balls for himself and break them. 2 and 3 on the corners. 3-foul rule is in effect.
The 2 and 3 in the corner is a CSI rule. I believe only it's unique to CSI.
Mm-hmm.
That's still how I rack them anyway. Just naturally put the 2-3 in the corners. I've been doing that forever.
Actually, it's been my experience that most tournaments I've played in do that. They ask for that. It eliminates the pattern racking. You know, everybody likes to rack with 11, 11, 11. You ever rack that way?
No.
2 balls, a total of 11, like the 3 and the 8 behind the 1, the 4 and the 7.
And the 1 being an ace is 11, I guess. Right?
Yep.
No.
No, the 8 and the 3 next to each other, right behind the hit by the spot, is 11.
Right, and I'm saying the 1 is
okay.
its own 11 because it's an ace.
It's an ace, yeah. I remember somebody taught me to rack that way. They said, this is how you rack for 10 ball.
I've never done that. I normally put the 8 and the 9 in the back rows because if you're playing giving up the 8 or the 9, or in my case taking the 8 and the 9, you can't put them in the second row.
No.
Like we used to, right? We on the pay ball like that,
right.
We used to put them in the second row, and 9 ball because you normally don't break from the center. 10 ball, we've all learned now that the second balls
go straight to the side pocket. That's correct. As you just saw right there, the 6 ball went to the left-hand side pocket, and then the other ball next to it that was right next to it went to the right-hand side, went a little high.
Jeffrey goes to the same hairstylist that Alex went to 20 years ago. It's the rooster cut.
The rooster cut, is that what that is?
No, that's no good there. Coming off those end rails, and he's staring it down saying, what was that?
Well, it's funny, you shot that ball to catch the side rail and spin to the middle of the table. But sometimes when you catch that ball just right, it comes straight down the rail. It doesn't catch.
Take a good look. Jeffrey just was pushing and pulling on the cushions. He's telling himself the cushion was funny, and we've seen it.
No, I've actually done that. I've done that several times.
Yeah, it's been pretty consistent. I think it's been pretty consistent that it's just coming off the end rail, different than what they're used to.
Well, this gets Chip back to the table with an open shot and an open table. There's no problems that are evident to me here. Float to the side rail, play the 5 ball, either corner pocket along the rail. Go to the 7. Once he gets to the 7, he's pretty much home free.
Felt like a follow shot would have been easier there, but he decided
I agree. I definitely agree
there.
that. I thought he would follow it and lay it on the rail or close to it.
But he's a power stroker, so.
Well, this power stroker has a more difficult shot now.
That's right. Back and forth. Looks like he's aiming low.
He just wants to make sure it doesn't come forward off the rail because there's a side pocket waiting for him on the side there. So yeah, just want to go straight across.
That hit awfully high up there.
I thought he missed that ball. I thought he missed that ball.
Sure.
This is pretty much a stop shot. He'll just make sure he makes the ball. Doesn't have to do much with the cue ball, but keep it there in that area for the 8. And then he has to bring the cue ball to the left side of the table for the 9, and he's home free, but still got to be executed. These pockets are tight. They're 4 1/4.
Good angle there. Our camera angle is great.
But
right down the.
Right down the hatch. I was going to say 4 inches, 4 1/4, 4 1/8. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter if you're in the center.
You got an inch on each side, pretty much. Well, you got an inch and a half, half an inch on each side. Coming back.
Yeah, he can draw this or go forward, but it looks like he's jacking up and get there. Yeah, that's the difficult part of it. A shot like that, it's almost like you'd rather draw it all the way back to the rail and out, because trying to draw it and just stop it halfway. hold this ball if he's going to hit this slow.
He can. He did.
And he did. What a shot.
You know that inside English that you use on that ball to kill the cue ball on the rail? It helps the object ball roll a little harder. So you don't have to, it enables you to kill it. It's 2-1. Chip Compton over Jeffrey DeLuna. Second round match on the one-loss side. This is the first one-loss match that we've had on the stream table. And I'm telling you, yesterday we had a couple of players really struggle with the tightness of these pockets compared to the regular tables, the regular diamonds that are 4.5 or 4 3/8, whatever they might be. But we've seen some rather good matches. We've seen Mitch Ellerman over Kurt Kobayashi, Tyler Steyer over Roger Bordley, Chris Robinson over Chris Wilburn. Chip about to break the balls here with his predator. James Aranas over Danny Reed, and Rob Sias over Alan Bain. Shane Van Boning over Donnie Mills. We had a great match between Omar Al-Shaheen and Eklund Kachi, which Omar won. So we've had some great matches here these last.
Yeah, for those of you who are asking
day.
about Clenty, Omar really took it to him. Clenty had a tough time with the table.
He did have a tough time. He didn't seem Clenty-esque.
He was a little tired, I think, from the late night action.
Could be.
All right, Chip with a big break here, but no shot, so plays a safety. Well, he's got distance.
That's distance.
Safety back.
Let's see what Jeffrey does with this. What do you like here, Freddie?
I think he's banking the one ball down table.
You see? I like going off the one, going 2 rails to the 6 ball, and tried it right where he has his hand.
Right where he had his hand. Yeah,
hit the diamond there above the pocket, and come in behind the 6.
Oh, he can actually play this 2 ways. Just kind of feather this in 2 rails around. The problem with this much English, you tend to come up short of the of where the intended line
It is. The good thing about that was, oh, look at this. He almost got there. The 7 ball played was an insurance ball. If he holds the 1 ball by the pocket, the 7 ball could hook him.
I think if he played your shot and go all the way safe, he'd been buying that the 6 ball. But because he played it sort of like, let me kind of slide it in there, that spin will come up short of the pocket, which it did.
Yeah. Well, he had to hit it a little thinner. He hit it a little too thick, so he came over there. He used more spin, like you just said.
Well, you get to just shoot this one right at the hole and hope. Cue ball's coming down here, but coming into a lot of balls.
And 9 ball's big, but it looks like he goes right by it.
Yeah, missed that. Wasn't on.
Yeah, but he came over too far anyway.
No sellout here. He's got to play safe.
He's left nothing here. What do you do with this? I guess you just go ahead and clip the 1 on the left side there and come down by the 10 and use the 8 for blockers.
He's going to try to spin 3 rails. 1, 2. Don't hit the 4.
He's okay. He got his distance, and he's got the 1 ball in the middle of the rail.
Tough 4th rack here.
He's going for this bank. Or is that 4-9 a place he wants to hide? He's going for the bank. No, he's going to hide.
Oh, it's going to be right behind the 2 ball.
This is called jail. This is called jail. Okay, Jeffrey, you're going to have to show me something here. Can he get to there?
No, because if he has to spin there, well, yeah, so he's got to get to the high side of the 1 ball.
Yeah, he's okay. If he can get to there, he hits a head rail and comes back towards it, which would be the high side of the 1 ball.
He's going to kick behind it. 1, 2, 3 rails to it? Or is it going to be bank the 1? Well, we're going to find out. Oh, can he actually get? He might be able to get to this. Yeah, right around it.
He says,
Yeah.
how do you fit the cue ball through there? How do you go through there and not hit it? Is there, he's measuring the space. There's no space for that. He is amazed that he missed that ball. And look at the one ball. You would be too.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll give you 3 shots to put the cue ball through there. Do it again. I dare you. He's got a tough road to hoe here. The 7 ball bothers him where he wants to come for position.
Yeah, no, it's almost like you want to go right at the 7.
Mhm.
If you go high,
Mhm.
the 8 ball becomes a big ball.
He can actually come into the 7.
Yeah. And the 3 ball has there's no pocket, so play combination.
He wants to find a way to put that. If he'd like to find a way to put that cue ball on the left side of the 3 ball for that 3-10 combo. Will he risk this?
We risk everything here. The 8 ball is magnificently big.
Yeah.
Go right into the 8 ball.
Can you follow at 4 rails almost? Or 3 rails to where the 7 is? No, he's just going to make it. And
That was
don't get on the rail. Now you can't play the 10.
well, you saw the grimace the moment he shot that
Yeah,
ball.
well, if he's on the rail, if he's off the rail, he can play the 10 with a carom, with a billiard.
I think he must have been playing for to crash into the 8 ball. Because
Playing
why
for a
would you
safety.
play that speed?
Right there. Yeah, yeah.
And that's not very safe, I don't believe.
Can't tell.
He calls the side, so he's either going
Yeah, I
to jump
guess
or spin.
He can see the
Little
whole ball
spin.
then, or he's gonna.
A little spinach. Just a little bit of spin.
And the spin takes him to the 4 ball. Yeah, it takes him to the 4 ball. All right, a little too deep.
Too deep. Safety.
Where?
Stick it right behind the 9. Can he 2 rail that, not 4 ball out of there?
No, he doesn't have the angle. He has to hit the ball. He has to hit the head rail. And if he does that, he has to cut it on the right side and run into the 9. It looks like from here. I'm not sure if he can hold it, you know, and catch the head rail. It looks like he has an angle that doesn't allow that. We'll see. He's going to call it.
He's just going to go ahead and bank this ball. There we go. If he makes this.
Is he playing safe and he's calling it just in case it goes?
That's what I think.
No, he was playing it.
And he had plenty of room to go long on the head rail, so because he hit it so hard and still came up long.
Yeah.
So that tells me he could have played safe right on that 9 ball if he wanted to.
It just didn't. You know, it just didn't.
He didn't
appear
want
it.
to.
You know, he didn't want to. He wanted
He
to play
didn't
the
want
ball.
to. He wanted to fire at it.
So he's not a safety playing dude, huh? Close to an 800 Fargo, and he's not a safety playing dude. Not yet that I've seen. They just ran, Fargo Rate ran the World Top 100 on July 16th, showing recent changes from the past 6 weeks. And
Great job.
Mr. De Luna is number 20 in the world. He's at 696.
696, 796.
796, thank you. 796.
Oh, almost missed that ball. He used every part of the pocket that exists.
That's not a bad little thing to say. You know, you can sit back and say to yourself, I'm rated 20th in the world.
20th
In the world. 20 people have a higher rating, Fargo rate than I do. You know what that means?
What is
You're
that?
a monster.
That means you're,
You're a monster.
Right. Well, he's going to have an interesting shot here. Do you go up to the side pocket for this 9 ball?
Yes, I like going to the side. So does Chip. And does
Go.
Don't get straight. No,
There's
he's
gonna
perfect.
There's
He's
going to be
perfect.
one bad angle.
He's just right. He shoots in the side with right hand English. He comes down for the 10.
Good shot. 2-game lead here.
and the break.
3 games
Jeffrey.
to 1. Jeffrey DeLuna is on the wrong side of that.
And this is a match where, you know, it's alternate breaks, so you can't depend on saying, okay, I'll just put a 3-pack on this guy and get ahead of him, or you know, I'll just do my thing with my break. I can overcome. Your opponent has something to say every other game.
Jeffrey DeLuna from Quezon City in the Philippines.
And your opponent might be saying, you know, overcome this.
Jeffrey spent some time in the United States. He wants to give a shout out to Barameda Gutierrez
In California.
California.
Yeah. And his wife in the Philippines. Hello, hello.
Kumusta?
That's Spanish.
Kumusta is Filipino.
It's Filipino
No,
also.
as opposed to como esta.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's actually spelled differently.
Is it?
K-A-M-U-S-T-A. Kumusta.
You know, it's funny. I see the Filipinos, and I want to speak Spanish to them because all their names are Spanish. Most of them. There's a lot of Spanish names.
Well, for the trivia buffs out there, the reason why that is because the Philippines was a Spanish colony, and with Spain and the Catholics, they wanted all the names to be Catholicized or Romanized.
De Luna, meaning from the moon. Of the moon.
From the moon.
Of or from, either way.
It's the same.
He's the same.
Jeff shoots left-handed, but he's bridging right-handed. That tells me he's actually right-handed. Somewhere along the line, picked up cue stick with the left hand. Steve Mizarek, Mike Siegel, both left-handers that use the right hand for the bridge.
Wow.
Because they're both right-handed.
Yep. My younger brother plays pool left-handed because he used to watch me play pool left-handed, so he played
Just
pool
assume he's
left-handed.
pool
Just
left.
assume that's how you play pool, so he played left-handed.
Well, you were using that left-handed stick, and
Yeah.
therefore that's the only way you could possibly shoot.
Meanwhile, Chip, the right-hander in this game, is looking to do something with this one ball.
Kick at it.
He can play it. He can play it off the 8 in the side pocket.
Oh, he had a
But
shot
he's playing.
right
He doesn't
on
want to
his
hit this ball.
Look, safe on the deuce.
He's
That's
that's
Well, you can see it.
a fortunate kiss safe.
You know, to what you said before, George, I've heard people go up to Filipinos and say senor like that. They don't say senor in the Philippines. But I find it funny.
Yeah, yeah. No. Well, when you hear the name, you just, you know, when you speak Spanish fluently and stuff, so makes a difference. He's back cutting this one ball. He's going for it. Oh, he didn't. He went the other side. Okay. He's got a lot of gopher in him. It appears to me that Jeffrey likes a lot of shots. In other words,
He likes to shoot.
he likes to
There's
shoot.
a hole.
You know, some people say defense wins games. Other people say offense wins games. And in
people
pool,
say-
actually,
that's right.
you got to pocket balls, so offense doesn't.
Offense has to be
doesn't-
there,
Has
right?
to be there. You got to be able to get out. You might play great safeties, get ball in hand. You still got to get out.
Gonna ask for. Is he gonna ask for a referee here? I think the 2 is
gonna
like
have to.
completely.
It's buried.
Always like if you can find another ball to kind of bury it up there, so there's just no way to hit it with even ball in hand.
Do we
Then you have
have
to.
Do we have a referee?
Well,
available?
we've got the tournament director.
Yes, but where is he? I'm looking for John Lehman. Where is ya? Did they call for him is the question. I'm actually asking myself. I look at the tournament desk. He's not, or tournament table. He's not there. Are they waiting for that? I don't know. Oh, there's John. John. They didn't single for him, so they feel comfortable making the call themselves.
Well, he's just going to cozy up a ball up there. Just not even, just
not
going to do
shooting
this. So this is going to be, what are we on fouls here? Is that the first?
I believe that is the first. I can see him shooting this ball off the 7 and stopping the cue ball behind the 8. The 2 ball should track.
Well,
Let's see how he shoots
what
this.
a tough place to have to hit ball in hand.
The 2 ball should, if he plays, let's see what he does. Let's just see what he does.
So here's a question. What happens in all this fiddling here if he drops the cue ball in the pocket? He can just take the cue ball back and do it? That's not a foul, right?
Yeah, he hasn't hit it. He hasn't shot.
He hasn't shot.
He's not in the process of shooting. Now, I think if he moves it with his cue and it falls in, then it's a foul.
Well, I mean,
yeah, that would be a foul.
I don't know. I don't know if that would either, but I just don't know. You know, it doesn't happen.
Now he wants a referee.
Of course.
I would.
Why not?
No, he's not. No single. They're okay with it.
There's no way he can hit this ball without calling a ref. I mean, not at it, right? Maybe behind it.
He could come down to the bottom rail.
Scratch.
On the bottom, scratch, yeah, and scratch is exactly
right. How do you get to a rail without scratching? Maybe nothing looks good. And he's on a foul here,
so he'll be on 2 if he doesn't hit this. You can't just give it back because he's going to find himself in the same spot.
Coming on this way.
Now, from here, I want a ref. You can hear him talking, actually. They're mic'd over there, aren't they?
They are mic'd. There's well, you can actually see if a trained referee will take a look at this 8 ball and look at the line that it has to go behind to know that it's a good hit. If it goes forward of that line, the 8 ball will go first. It really should just ask John to come over here.
Yeah, that's for them to do there. Yeah. That's their call. And I would definitely ask. I mean, I'm sure you would too. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't hurt to ask a referee to do this. Nice hit. The 8 ball never moved.
The 8 ball never moved.
Very well done.
What an easy call that was.
Yeah. I mean, I could have made that call. You know, I still don't like to be called over for those.
When I get called over for a hit, I just pray that it's so obvious one way or the other, because I don't want to be the guy that calls
bad hit.
Bad hit.
And then they get the little phone out now because they took a picture of it and they run it back in slow motion.
And it's like you
were wrong.
Yeah.
No.
My good friend Ken Schumann, who's done a lot of commentary work, he wrote an article about having to call a foul on great players like Efren. You can't be afraid to do it. They called you over, you got to make the call. That's all for Kenny, not me.
Yeah.
It's a very nice save.
That was a very nice shot into a half a pocket that he had to go by that 4 ball to the side. Straight kick. Look how big this corner of the side pocket is.
Yeah. Well, and he broke out the 10-5.
Yeah, it's not good for Chip.
Nope. But he's got the lead.
And Jeffrey liked it. Well, let's see how Jeffrey likes to run now. What kind of patterns he likes. I would sit there and play the 4 ball in the side pocket after the 3. See if he takes it to the corner of above. No, he does. Okay. Just come over for the 5. He wants to be close to where the 4 ball is for the 7. And from there, it lays out pretty nice once he gets by there. Coming back. Too much. He's perfect. No, he's good. Does he have an angle to come down and get on the 7, or is he going to draw this into the 9, or just past the 9?
He's got an angle to do either one of those, but it looks like he'll just punch it up maybe a foot. Oh, right into the 9?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's safer to do that.
Safer to do that rather than try to fool around with stopping that short. He's going forward with the leg up. You see the way the leg up, he plants the inside leg and up in the air just like a ballerina.
There you
I
go.
mean, that toe was pointed and flexed just like they teach you in ballerina school. Not that I would know.
You know, I don't know how I line up for shots like that. I've
Well,
never
no one's
looked at
taken a
myself.
video of you doing the pointed, yeah, you know.
I
think
think a ton of videos of playing, and I don't think I've ever had to do that. I never. I don't know. I can't recall ever doing something like that.
I think most of us will plant the outside foot
Mm-hmm.
and then you know, drape the other leg. But here he is again. The inside foot is planted and the left leg is up in the air.
Well, being left-handed, I would have my right leg. He braces it against the table because that's something that I do. You brace yourself against the table for steadiness.
I think if you see most players, I know you're saying that, but if you see most players, they're going to plant the other foot
Okay.
and put the left leg up as a lefty.
Okay. I just pictured him, and then I thought myself doing that, and I do.
Or the other foot as a lefty. Yeah.
You trying to say I'm half Filipino?
Maybe.
Which
but they all
the
seem
half
to
that
do
can't
that.
play or the half that can play? So that's why I'm only okay and not very good.
I mean, you're never going to see Earl
3-2.
plant that inside and point that foot like that. Never in the world is you're going to see them do that.
I don't think I'm limber enough to.
I mean, this is the other part. You know, it's the other part. You'll notice how high they kick that foot up there, too.
Exactly.
Like it's over there. I mean,
I know we're dwelling on this a little bit, but it's kind of funny.
it's funny. It is
To
funny.
us. For you guys out there, I hope we don't bore you with it, but if we did, sorry.
Chip has already had one
If I
stretched
did.
out shot that he's also done it. So the Filipinos have definitely influenced the younger players.
Look at all the movement in his stroke.
Yeah, a lot of movement there.
Yeah.
Big stroke.
Yep.
Big break. And the
That's-
three ball's going to get him. Oh, boy.
That's a la Scott Frost. That stroke. Up and down pump.
There's a lot of players that do the pump. The most famous.
Are they all out of the Midwest?
Well, maybe.
I don't
but
know.
not-
I'm just curious because I believe he's from Oklahoma. Scott is from Des Moines.
Des Moines, Iowa. Shane is a notorious
Humper?
pumper, as is his friend and mentor, Rory.
Hendrickson. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Whom actually we got to watch them a couple years ago on the 7-foot diamonds battle out the 8-ball U.S. Open with Shane taking it.
Push out. Jeff will certainly hand this back.
Shane Van Bonen is your reigning
U.S.
Open 10-ball champion,
He beat Warren Kiamko in the finals last year.
and then lost the 8-ball to Alex Pagulayan. And today he lost to Mitch Ellerman in a hard-fought match where I believe Mitch broke and ran 4 of the racks that he broke.
It's strong.
It
Mitch,
is.
Mitch is one of the most talented players that really, not really a full-time tour player.
No, he's not. He works a full-time job, and you know he stopped playing for a little while. He's Mitch the Wonder Boy Ellerman, and Dennis Orender got him with that Wonder Boy because we were always wondering who he was going to do next.
Yeah, he got a little
Some
bit of
years
a
back.
funny kiss roll there. If it had hit the 6-ball full in the face, he would have been perfect, but just kissed it. He should be able to make this.
Yes. This ain't no hill for a climber. He's not going to take it on.
Ball go.
No,
No,
I
I
take
didn't
it
think
on.
so.
Just
Playing the safety.
not taking it on.
Well, no matter what happens, that 10 ball is sitting in a precarious position.
10 ball stuff action. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's so frozen to the cushion. It looks like it's under the cushion, but
Not
you know
for
what?
long.
Not for long. If he
Oh,
bumps it,
no, he didn't. And it's not for long because it's going to get moved here. Oh, he doesn't want to move it here because it could mess up his shape on the 3.
Well, he wants to, though, doesn't he?
I would. If I want to get out here, I want to move that 10.
But of course, you know the 10 ball is in a precarious position, but it's not like you can't make it from there.
No, you can always play it to the lower left-hand corner pocket. You lay it on the rail right next to it. He moved
He
it
decided to
and
move
got
it,
shape.
and I think that's right.
Yeah.
Because he could get
Yeah.
shape. He obviously was thinking about that ball. So.
That's right. He's forward thinking. He's thinking, if I'm going to get out, I got to move this ball. I want to move this ball because I don't want to have to play to that area.
Drawing this ball.
Going around.
He can get around it.
He
Can get around it.
Now see, he plays shape like a rotation player. He's not trying to get real close to a shot. He's okay with a little bit of distance.
Yeah.
But he's getting a good angle.
Playing
on
lines.
Mm-hmm. Lines.
Do the same thing here. Boy, it sounded like that cue ball. I mean, that heavy, you know, like almost like he jumped it in there.
Mm-hmm. He puts a stroke on
He
it.
does put a stroke on it. Funny position here because he's going to be jacked up a little bit on this 8 ball, and he has to kind of draw it back a little bit. A little spinach, a little outside English.
Spinach.
Yeah.
Met a gentleman this morning who his nickname is Popeye. I sang a little cute song to him, and he recorded it. Do you go 3 rails for shape here, Freddie?
Yeah.
Yep. Put a lot of left English on, right English on this ball.
He's going to watch out for the side pocket.
Yeah,
You see what he's done
That's
there?
what he's done. He's honestly making sure when he comes off, he wants to come close to the side pocket. So let's see how close he comes to it.
Funny, it came funny.
Came right into it.
It came funny off that first
He
rail.
came right into it.
It came really funny off that first rail.
That's the problem with that shot. When you want to come real close to the side pocket, those lines coming out, that 2 rail coming out of there can be treacherous.
I mean, I can't say he was careless. He looked right at it. He moved the line over, moved the line. And I was about to say, hey, the way he aimed that is exactly like how you want to do it.
Right.
You see what happened there? He came way closer than he should have been, coming off that 10, off the head rail, coming down. Same position challenge error that Jeff had in the first game, I think. And this one he overdrew, but Chip's gonna make this one.
Yeah, and take a 2-game lead. Slowly but surely, Chip is making, he's taking advantage of De Luna's errors. And he's made a few.
He has made a few.
Now. That's hurting. And here's where the heart of a champion comes out. And if he'll pull himself together and come out of it.
I think he's gonna smash these really hard.
You think he's going to turn his inner feelings into action?
It's right. It's called manifestation.
These guys are battle. I just stepped on the court and almost knocked my headphones off. Hope that didn't make any kind of noise.
This is strange here. It seemed like Jeffrey was having a problem racking. Maybe they needed a new magic rack. But he's got it.
Well, with the way these guys break the balls on that table, I'm telling you, the match before this match can destroy a magic rack pretty quick.
Yeah.
Magic ball rack.
The magic ball rack.
And let's listen for this break. This is going to be a smackadoo.
What's Jeffrey doing over there? He's been fiddling around like he was looking for a new shaft or something like that. So he's back. He's ready.
I was taking a look at the room around this table in the background of your screen there. You see fans all around. You see 25 TVs in the background.
Let's see how much movement he gets on this break here. Watch how high his backhand goes on the backswing. He's climbing higher and higher. Didn't get it so high that time.
There goes the 1. Long shot on the 2 into the 9-10 with the cue ball.
Yeah,
Oh,
but if he
doesn't want to do
executes
that. That 6-7 disturbs the shape on the 4. So he made the 1-3 on the break.
Well, I suppose he can go forward off the 2 ball, tickle the 10, back up the table. Just asking so much here. I think he's going to rear back and fire it. That'd be he's drawing below, go right into the 6 ball.
He doesn't like to roll the ball.
No,
he likes
no,
to,
no,
he likes to
whack
shoot.
him.
He likes to stroke that ball, which means he's very accurate. No, not so much.
Not so much. Looks a little confused. Missed that one by a lot. But
He's getting attentive though. As I see him sitting behind Chip, he's looking around and he's real attentive to what's going on. He's trying to maybe focus better.
Something.
Yeah, he's working at focusing. And he's messing with the tip of his cue. Well,
all right. There's a lot of things in the way here. If he can slide the 2 ball in and miss the 9, should be okay.
What's he doing here? Is he cutting the ball in the side pocket as he ducks the
slide
corner?
past the 9 and good shot.
Slide by that pocket. I thought he was going in the drink, guys.
Uh-oh, he's overdrawn this ball. Oh, he gets... Well, he's getting right up there. Looks like it's a little trickier than what he's hitting. Oh, he can draw past there. Nice shot.
This is pretty straightforward. He'll just stun the ball, stay on the bottom side of the
Bottom
7.
side, yeah.
To float up for the 8. Pretty straightforward. Keeping things very simple. Do not get straight in.
Okay.
He's okay.
Slow down.
He's got enough angle to do what he needs to do. He'll fall forward 2 rails.
Looks like there we go. Go, go, go.
And there's your position for the 9. He can either draw the ball for the 10 for the same pocket or fall forward and back.
Wow, that's a lot of stroke.
And he got on the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Well, 48, okay, 49.
48, yeah.
Somewhere
so much so that he's going to the other side, the other corner pocket. Okay, 5-2.
Wow.
Stretching the lead out.
Alternate break format. Those 3 games will play big. They're hard for Jeffrey to make up as long as Chip doesn't give him an opening.
As long as Chip gets to come back to the table and break.
Yeah. Game of control. If you can keep your opponent in the chair, he can't beat you. I don't think. Well, we saw great evidence of that this past weekend when Kachi kept Alex Pagulayan in his chair for an 8-pack.
Just last week.
Just last week, put an 8-pack on him. Got to see Alex's face all over Facebook. Then they're looking like, are you kidding me? That expression on it. And he wasn't. Was not kidding him.
Well, he was smiling at the end. It was fantastic pool.
Well, I mean, what do you say to your opponent when he puts an 8-pack on you? Congratulations,
Congratulations.
dude. Wow. That's if I'm going to get beat, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I guess I want to get beat that way. I can't say I beat myself. I lost the lag. And we all sit there in desperation. I want to get to the table. I want to get to the table. Meanwhile, Chip Compton is at the table and about to break the balls, leading 5-2 over Jeffrey DeLuna. Thank you guys out there in computer land watching, bearing with us here.
3 balls down, no shot on the 1.
He doesn't have. I thought for a split second I thought he might be able to cut it, but no.
Careful, pick it up, Jeff. Jeff, careful, just pick it up.
It's nice that they have a mic close to that table. You can hear the players interact. And you hear a little bit. You had Chip asked him, "Do you mind if I pick it up?" And Jeffrey says, "No, no problem.
Do it."
Do it." Good sportsmanship shown at the table by these two gentlemen. And this gentleman, Mr. Compton here, is trying to figure out what to do with this 1 ball. Where do I push to if I do push? What can I do? What can I leave him? What can I?
Nothing.
Yeah, I just don't see what he can do. Is he gonna go between?
Push to a kick shot.
Well, now he's pushed to where he can kick and hit the rail and call it in the side. Jeffrey doesn't even get out of his chair. He says, "Go ahead."
He's gonna stay out of the hole.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good safety kick there. Jeffrey's gonna have to jack up and put a bomb down.
Put a bomb down? You know, in this day and age, putting
Can't
bombs
say that,
down
right?
is not a good thing, yeah.
Tried to stay behind the 9 ball, did he? Does
he got behind the 10.
Something. Behind the 10 still.
El Jumpo.
Well, if he can jump this ball and the cue ball can get back out of there, great. But
Yeah.
2 balls all the way up the other
Yep.
end of the table.
Yeah, there's no reason to jump this. Even if you make it, you're not going to have
Not good.
position. It's not worth it.
It's a 1 pocket kick there.
Yeah. Good speed. Now he'll probably kick. No, he's going to hit the top of it. Wow.
And he's going to smash
He
this.
can kick this ball to safe past the 9-4.
2.
Oh, he can see the ball. I didn't think he could see the ball.
Is that what I
Look at this cue ball. Is he,
normally happens when you
Yeah.
see the ball? You'll smash it into the pocket.
Yeah, I guess if you can see the ball, you shoot it.
You shoot it.
No.
Why not? You know. I know it's a new concept.
It's a new concept to me.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. Every shot that Jeff shoots is interesting. You know.
Well, you know, he hasn't really been in line.
Yeah.
He hasn't really been in line.
Looks like he wants to draw this ball maybe off the 7 ball. And he's just asking so much.
He's going to go 2 rails. Or just down and back, I think.
Or just down.
Yeah. He's going to hit the bottom rail. Like this, inches down, and there we go.
What a shot.
Zip. There we go. Now the 5 next. Just come off the rail a little bit, shoot the 5 ball straight to the corner, and then the 6 ball up on top. But he puts more stroke on it than that. He doesn't like to hold the ball. He likes to stroke it.
Yeah,
you see what
exactly.
I mean? He likes to really come out.
Exactly.
He's hard to...
And he's just slightly out of line here, too.
Yeah.
Because he can't hold it for the 6. Now he's going to go up and down the table. I suppose he can hold it for the 6, but I wouldn't want to shoot it like that.
and he moves the cue ball a lot.
He does.
Especially for a top player, he moves the cue ball a lot.
Will be out of position for a lot of this shot. He's perfect.
Now he's worked his way back in line. This is the first time I've seen him play rotation.
This is the first time you've seen him play rotation like that.
Like I said, I played in 1 pocket. I never met him before that. Never even seen him before that. And he does move a lot. He has a lot of cue ball movement.
Just needs to make sure he has an angle. 8 balls on the other side of the table. He's got an angle. He and Roberto Gomez have the same style.
Similar style, completely different strokes.
No, I'm talking about dress style.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he caught the point. He just overcut that ball just by a hair and caught the far point of the side pocket.
Last year was the first time I met Roberto. Was right here at Griff's, actually. I liked his stroke on some of his.
See, here's a classic example here.
shots. Yeah.
If he gets back up to shoot it, as a left-hander, you'd plant your left leg and put the right leg up, yet he planted his right leg and twinkle-toed his left leg up before he shot opposite-handed. I mean, who doesn't put, as a left-hander, their left leg down and put drape the right leg on top of the table on that shot? Guarantee you do, George. There's no question about it.
Being left-handed?
Like this, as opposed to
Oh, yeah.
right on the other side of the table. Right?
He went for that shot, huh? He went for the cut on it, and he's going to leave a bank, but will Roberto, will Jeffrey shoot
I
it?
got you confused who's
Yeah.
playing.
He wants to clean the cue ball.
Yeah. How did he mark it? You put
There's a
the
piece
chalk.
of chalk there. I'm not sure what he's playing here. Is he playing the bank or is he just playing a safe? Just playing a safe.
That's the second time he's shot that same safety. He does that very, very well.
That's why he goes to that safety. I've never played a safety like that.
Like that,
before.
right? And he
No.
shot it twice now.
No. I would have banked that A ball to the center of the
Sure, yeah.
table and tried to put the 10 ball on the center of the bottom rail and use the 10 ball for blockers.
Right.
As close to the rail, this is a fairly easy hit. Kind of like that. There's the cue ball. It's okay. It's going to come right
gonna come
down
right
and give up.
back.
No, it's not going to give up an easy shot. It's going to give him a shot. Well, it's shot. To
He's
the
got a
side
shot,
pocket.
but
Yep.
oh yeah. Hey, from this angle, it looks really easy. From the top. You see that? Remember, was it a couple of games ago, a couple of matches ago, where
ball rolled
the
over
ball
it?
rolled right
Yeah.
over it and moved? So he's shooting right over this spot, and he's actually touched it, which means that it's going to be right in his sight. Certainly going to be in his memory.
Well, he touched that one pretty well too.
Now, do you hit this one to the side and
Just roll it forward.
fly your cue ball?
But I think he's going to go up and down because he wants better position. Yep, up and down. He's overshot it. No,
Oh, look, it's going to roll to the rail. Oh, frozen on the rail.
and the speed was actually good. Five-3. It's Jeffrey's break. What did you need? Oh.
Trying to demonstrate the twinkle toe technique
Yeah.
that the Filipinos use, especially Jeff DeLuna, and I almost broke my left toe doing it too.
Oh.
I have to go see the chiropractor now, or an exorcist, one or the other.
An exorcist? He's cleaned that cue ball out. Let's watch this monster break, folks. Let's watch this technique to break the balls.
He has a bigger technique also, but he hasn't been really doing that much. So maybe he's realized that huge break, not really necessary, especially when you're using
Not
the
with the magic
template.
break. Yeah, the template. Not with that template. Is he going to take a little break? We're going to take a little break.
Just a little bit of a break.
Get a little water down our system.
We'll be right back,
folks. All righty, we're back at the table.
Okay.
And Jeffrey's going to break these balls, looking at his rack one more time before he steps up to the head of the table to break them. And again, we were going to watch his technique on the break because we get a pretty good camera shot of him breaking. Let's see if Tim will zoom in on him so we can get a good shot of him. See if he moves his body out of the way. He's moved over a little bit. Yeah, he's got his cue out. Yep. Give yourself a little more room to break the balls on the right there. Room to swing and you don't hit your body.
He just does a little more control.
Yeah.
Sometimes he gets really wild.
Yeah.
Ball is down.
Straight
I think the one ball goes.
Looks like he's straight in for the one in the corner. 10 ball did not move. So 1, 3.
Well, this one, the one ball doesn't look like it passes from this angle, but from the top angle, it certainly looked like it did.
It did. It really did. I thought he was straight in, and now he's just going to roll on top of the 4. It looks like.
Yep.
Mm.
And there's the one ball still passes, so
It
if
does
he gets
now.
ball in hand.
5 balls in a tough position. It's got to be played down, or he plays a combo on the 7. But the 4 ball gives him easy access to the top part of the table to get on the 5. So it's not a problem. He's 2-rail kicking this. He's going to use a little bit of spin. That 7 ball, he's 1-rail. Is he 1-rail kicking this 1 ball?
Well, he hit the ball full in the face, unfortunately.
Wrong
it was
ball.
the wrong ball.
Wrong ball. Okay. Well, he's got an open table. Let's watch watch how he moves his cue ball around. He likes to move it. Like I said, he likes to move it around.
He's been
so
moving around.
Yeah, he's moving around. He hasn't done anything real, the simple way. But he's, top 20 in the world.
Must have gotten there somehow.
Top 20 player.
The 5-ball lays in a funny spot because even with ball in hand, you'd have to stay on top of the 5-ball to come back down for the 6-ball. Not going to find out what he was going to do with the 5-ball.
He would have followed the 4-ball 2 rails to the left side of the table.
We'll see what Chip does when he gets to the 5-ball.
He's not going
Not
to.
going to get to the 5-ball if he gets.
He's not going to. He got behind the 8.
Boy.
This is tough. He's kicking it and calling the upper left-hand corner. I don't have to call that. And he missed it. Now he's taking care of the 5-ball business. And he's walking away a little disgusted from the table, it looked like. These guys are having, this is the kind of, are they both off a little bit?
A little bit.
This just seems like we're in slow motion. I feel like I'm in slow motion and they're often a little bit out of sorts. I'm not sure what it is, time of day. But
And the funny thing is, we will never know what was going to happen with that 5-ball because the whole furniture has been moved around.
He's changed it all around.
What's he doing?
Playing the 4.
Oh, let's see. That is the 5 again. When the monitor it
looks like
it looks like the 3 from here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you thought he was shooting the wrong ball.
Well, all the balls moved, so I had no idea where we were anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The 3-ball was in the corner pocket, so he
That
already
little break
pocketed
threw us off.
Yeah. 1, 2. Well, there's an interesting position shot.
Straight up, or will he go forward 2 rails? He'll go forward.
Feels like forward
I think
2
he
rails.
goes straight up. Yep.
Yeah, and that's
Wow.
what you get.
Is this table intimidating some of these players?
I believe so. I believe so.
That's all I can think.
Because you don't expect a professional to miss that kind of shot so poorly.
Now you want me to go out there and hit balls on this table
Just to see what's going on, right? Because we see
is
it.
Is it that
right?
tough? Is it going to, wow.
It must be, because it can't be that they're just
We've had a few players come up and just,
shaking their heads.
they shake their heads and they leave us thinking these guys are really pros. They really play at this speed. And there's no, believe me, I'm not being critical of the players at all when I say that. I'm trying to figure out what's going on right now because I'm watching 2 great players struggle.
Yeah, DeLuna's got nearly an 800 Fargo rate. That means when he steps at the table, the balls jump in the pockets because they don't want him to be bashing on them.
Maybe the ball is close. What happened? What happened?
Well, he's dead straight on the 6-ball, and he has to get to the 7 unless he's going to play the 7-9 carom. But knowing Jeff, well, he's going open-handed, but do you think he's going to yank this ball all the way back?
He's going back to the middle of the table for the 7-ball. And he might have overrun
Overrun. Overrun.
He might have had a good, if he leaves the cue ball by the 8-ball, he could have banked the 7 in pretty easy to the corner, to the side, excuse me.
Well, if he has full enough face here, he can 2-rail this ball out of there and stick it behind the 9-ball.
Yeah. He hit that tentative.
He did, and you see
That
him.
ball fell forward. The cue ball fell forward. Didn't check at all. He hit it tentative, and he stuffed the shot.
Right. Exactly right. I don't blame him. He's gun shy, and he is a gun slinger that's a little gun shy. Hard to believe.
Well, I know who
Good
wants to
shot.
benefit from this is Chip Compton. He's getting 2 and 3 ups to every rack.
Every rack, right. Normally,
Where you would never come to the table. You know, one mistake and you're done at this level.
well, yet another, we're going to say this over and over again, another interesting position, because you'd think that he would have been somewhere else where he can just slide this easily. Instead, he's got to hit it firm, and the 10 ball now leaps up. 9 ball goes.
Not up enough. Little stop shot. Be careful. That's pockets. The pocket is small.
Spit it back out. Well, he put a lot of stroke in that ball for it to. He was in position with a stop shot. But an
I was
awful lot
going to
of
say
stroke.
that wasn't a stop shot.
No. But Chip likes to swing too, so
Does he? Okay.
apparently so. Swing the stick, I'm saying.
Well, he swung himself into a 3-game lead in a race to 9.
It's big.
Wonder how some of the matches on the floor are progressing. I see Ray Robles over there walking around the table, so he's in action. Let's take a look at what action he's in. Well, these guys rack these balls. I believe I remember seeing Ray at the bottom of the brackets. Oh, no. Yeah, is it 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock match coming up is Tommy Najar and Billy Thorpe. Ray Robles and Tyler Stiers. So Ray must be practicing, because that's a 5 o'clock match. And Brett Youth, I just saw him versus Skylar Woodward at 5 o'clock. These are upcoming matches on the one-loss side. Now Rob Sias versus Jesse Smith. Alex Olinger versus Matt Edwards from New Zealand. Eklund Kachi versus Andrew Dealing at 5 o'clock. I guess that's our stream. That's our stream match.
Which one?
Eklund Kachi and Andrew Dealing. It's at 5 o'clock, table 20.
Wow.
That's our 5 o'clock match.
We'll see if that's really going to
Unless
be the
that
one
changes,
that's
yeah.
on.
I'm just reading the brackets, guys. So
Yeah. All right, here goes Chip. He's been breaking them pretty well, but he hasn't been exactly getting a shot on the one. And the cue ball got bumped. And he did make a ball, and the one ball's hanging. See if the bull. And Jeffrey hit that very poorly. I mean,
what?
He is really struggling now. I mean,
Wow.
he wanted just to cut it one way or the other, and he had it almost full in the face and almost scratched.
You know, you want to ask these guys after the match, what went on, guy? What was going through your head?
Yeah,
But when they lose a match and they struggle the way they do, you kind of just want to leave them
Just
alone.
leave them alone.
Yeah, you just want, because I mean, I know if I'm playing, I don't want to talk about how bad I felt at the table or whatever, if I'm feeling bad or what the deal is, because he appears dumbfounded as to what's going on. Just an afternoon lull. What what? In your mind, what is it? Past your siesta time?
Maybe safety.
Kid's 34 years old.
Oh,
Young man is 34 years old.
He could actually plays in the side pocket. Nice shot. Well, he's got a good opportunity to get out here. If he can make this 3-ball in the side pocket, he just made that 2-ball in the side pocket. This one is easier than the last shot. I mean, he was shooting out of a hole.
He'll kill this ball between the 5 and the 6, coming off with inside English. Nicely done.
There you go.
Come right out for the 6 in the side pocket. Or will he play it to the corner? He likes to move the ball, so I'm going to say he's going to play it to the side. Some players will just come over and use, leave the cue ball close to the 9-ball. Make sure you're on the bottom side of it, so you're not hooked. And some players will just come over for the 6. But playing balls to the side pocket can be trouble. So see how he handles this.
Put the extension on here. Should be able to make this without any problem.
El Sido to the rail and up to the left. He doesn't want to get. You know where he'd like to be for this shot is right where he's at. Just a little bit further up, maybe a little closer.
Wouldn't be surprised if he lays this on the end rail, though. That's what he wanted to do.
I could not risk. I wouldn't risk being straight in. Just let your angle take you down table.
Hold it.
He's perfect.
He's good.
He's good. Straight in.
Well, he probably wants to be straight in so he can rear back and fire it.
Yeah, he likes. He likes to do that. So
Right
drawing right back to where he's at. He likes to zoom that ball, and he's not liking his shape here.
He's hating it.
He's having trouble adjusting to this table.
There's only
Whatever
so
the
many
difference might be, the speed, the rails, something is he's just doesn't seem to be comfortable with.
Well, he fought through that one. He made it as tough as possible.
Yeah.
I see Chip in the background. He's got a little bit of a grin there. That last draw shot by Jeffrey almost put him out of position.
Well, he's watching his opponent struggle.
Yeah.
It's something to smile about. You kind of feel you got a 3-game lead, or it's a 2-game lead now.
2-game lead.
And you watched the game.
Struggling.
You gave a game away, and the thing about it is when a player is struggling and you let him come to the table and win games, he might stop struggling all of a sudden, because you know how momentum kicks in.
Absolutely.
And if that's the case, you're going to find yourself on the losing end of a lead. Quickly converted into bonus.
Here we go.
Because sometimes it's a flip of a switch, isn't it, Freddie?
Yeah.
It's just a flip of a. It's like a switch flips. One shot can just flip it. Or one rack can just flip it. Or just all of a sudden you get out of your chair and you just feel right. Whatever it might be that switches momentum.
I'm really waiting for Jeffrey to unleash a break, because at this point he might, the frustration level is getting up, and I expect him to just absolutely let one loose.
Up comes the head. Yeah, up comes the head. Up comes the body.
Oh, that's a brutal kick. Well, it did not. It didn't scratch. Needs
No
a couple
shot.
more rolls. Oh boy.
No shot on the one. Now, see, a lot of players push here. I'm going to kick this 1-ball. I think it looks like it goes between the 4-6. A little bit of spin. You kick the 1-ball down. You should be able to stop the cue ball up in that area.
He agrees. Well,
yeah. He kicked into no man's land, but didn't get behind anything.
Nope.
Chip
So
will probably
no sellout, but There's going
He's,
to be a safety coming up.
yeah, he's either going to be behind. This cue ball is going to be behind the 8 ball, I think.
Behind the 8 ball, as they
Behind
say.
the 8 ball, up against it. Although he's got to put some pace on it. He's got to get to a rail.
Get to a rail, yeah.
Let's see what he does here.
Maybe just banks the 1 ball out of there and has the cue ball go up.
Hmm?
Behind the 8 ball.
Good
Good
there
shot.
it is. Now, the good thing about that safety is that 1 ball came up off the rail. If it stays close to the rail, the closer to the rail, the easier it is to pocket.
Well, I think he's got a good shot at pocketing and getting safe. One ball in the corner pocket. Missed it by a lot. Wow.
That wasn't real close to the 1, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Well, 2 rails for the position on the 3, just middle of the table.
He's on the 3 ball. And really, if he gets too straight on this, he's going to have to draw straight back. Wow, he just fired at this ball. A little bit of tricky negotiation here. A lot of balls in the middle of the table. And this is going to be behind the 8 and 9. He's hating it. Couldn't negotiate all those balls. I think he can jump this ball if he can't see it straight in. It's really close.
Yeah, there's not much to.
I mean, he may be able to just shoot this ball, but I know he's out
He
of
might even
position
jump it
here.
with his
Regular
playing cue.
cue.
Yeah,
He may be able to just see this ball. He shook his head like he didn't have it, but he's
did-
close. He might be able to slight swerve.
I didn't know Chip was a pinky player.
We'll see.
You see what I mean by that?
It's a thought process. Like
I'm talking about his hand on the
yeah, down the bottom. Yeah, this
Uh-huh.
There's just nowhere here. Bumped into a ball just to stop him from getting position.
He's going to back cut the 6 ball.
Back bank.
Back cut bank. Cue ball's going
3
around
rails.
the table.
1, 2, 3.
Bank pool players. I guess he plays all games pretty good.
Well, he goes to the Derby City Classic, and you have to be able to play 1 pocket and banks if you're going to be competitive there.
So do you go every year, Freddie?
Every year,
I've never been.
gotta go. And you see all these guys. I'm sure Clenty will try to get up there also. I hope.
Never been.
The Filipino players are usually well represented.
Especially now with Roy's basement going over there.
There was a time that every time Efren showed up, he won the all-around.
You know, it's. I was really hoping to see him here in this field. I really was.
It would have been nice.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
I thought for sure he would be at the last 2 events at the West Coast Swing, and I thought he'd be here. I thought he'd make the swing.
Well, he's been here, you know, he's been in the States for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed longer than I thought, and then
Yeah.
I was saying, wait, is he going to stay into July?
Yeah. I was really sorry. Never commentated one of his matches, and I would just love to. One of the highlights of my pool playing, I don't want to say career, but time, the table was playing him at hard times in L.A., in Bellflower.
7-4. Chip Compton leads. Just sneaking up to the 9 coming up.
To be perfectly honest, I thought Jeffrey would run right through Chip.
Well, on paper, he had the numbers.
Yeah, he is 40-something.
Clearly struggled.
48 points.
Chip is 1 game away from being on the hill, so Jeffrey's
Yes.
got to make a move here.
And I mean, they've traded shots back and forth on the rack. No one's broken around the rack.
Get it right. I don't remember one.
Yeah, no, I don't remember anything. I actually don't remember anyone running more than 4 balls.
Yeah. It's been a struggle.
Yeah, they've both just.
He's agonizing on this. I wouldn't be surprised if he missed cues.
Well, he didn't baby it.
No, he didn't baby it.
A lot of guys will hit that soft and just come off the rail and get shape on the deuce. He went all the way across the table and back again. And this doesn't appear to go in the pocket. He's looking like it does.
Well, if he's got a pocket, it's a ball width to get by.
All we can see is the monitor. We can't see the actual table.
Maybe
Wow.
it was less than a ball width.
I must have scared him in the interview. We had fun with him prior to the match. When he was warming up, we interviewed him to see, find out his age and cues and things like that. And hopefully we didn't throw him off. Well, Chip is enjoying this. He's going to have a little bit of a hard time from the 6 to the 7, but other than that, should be in good shape. And the 6 ball lays nice to get to the 7. He's drawing this 2 rails to get
To
down
the
by
center of the
To
table.
the center of the table for the 5. He might just come straight down, but
Yeah, well, those are the
I
two.
would draw it 2
Those are the
rails.
2 paths.
Yep.
Well, if he goes straight up and down, you can't hit this too hard. But if you go 2 rails, you can hit this too hard. Good position. Here you go again. The standard 1 rail through the center of the table pattern. Very popular rotation bread and butter shot, as Jerry Bryceth would call it. Oh, he's on the wrong side of his 9 ball. He's hating it. Again, Chip looks up in the air. He should have gone through the center of the table. I'm sure that's what he wanted to do. And now, this 10 ball is just entirely huge. I suppose you'd like to be right where he is with the cue ball now to cut the 7 ball in, but first it's the 6, up and down the table. He might just play safe. He does play safe. Smart shooting there. Instead of taking the hero shot and go up and down and try to land in a good spot, decided just to play safe. Looks like a fairly easy hit. Problem's coming behind this ball and scratching. But Jeff has had a problem with a couple of his kicks. Not that time. This one's going to be right in the heart unless that 6 ball lays on
the rail.
On the rail. This position is tougher than the position that Chip was just at to try to
Get shape on the
get
7.
shape. So he played safe. Now he's got to shoot this one.
He's going to be drawing the ball from off the 6 to get to the 10. Or is he going to try to get over there?
If he just cuts this ball and gets on the side rail, I guess he's on the 7.
Yeah, that's what I think. You just left low, and he'll come either hit the 10 or come underneath it. So if his speed's good, he'll be okay. Easy to say. I mean, it's a tough shot.
You say left, I assume you mean right, but left
I
from
mean,
where
did I
our
say-
angle
I
left.
said left?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, because I was looking at the ball. Right English on the
right,
cue ball.
right.
Overcut it.
Overspin it, yeah.
I like you correct me because I speak off like that. I know what I'm looking at, so I say left and right sometimes. And you're listening.
I
That's a
am
good thing.
listening. I pay attention to what you're saying. Trying to play safety here. Is that ball going to leak out?
Oh, it looks like it
does.
did.
It does.
Now see, right here, I like thinning the right side of the 6 and trying to get behind the 8. Kind of like this. I guess Chip likes it too.
It does.
What's Jeffrey going to do with this? Over by the 7 with the cue ball,
I think so.
or over by the 9? Both play. By the 7.
And this ball's going to come out again.
Almost.
Well, even if he can hit this ball, I don't think it goes into the side pocket.
Yeah, it looks like he can hit the top part of it, but where's he going to go with the cue ball?
Up. As we can see here, if he's going to hit, he's going to just half masse it, just barely.
Is he calling it to the side? I guess sticking your cue stick into the pocket means you're calling it into the side.
I don't see how this goes in. Kiss back, but there's not. It's already. He's already got to swerve it just to get in there.
You might be just jumping a little bit and pushing the corner.
Okay. Oh, I think he's way far
way
away.
far out,
He
yeah.
can't
But
push it in. It's almost
let's
like
see
he's
what
got
he
to
does.
do on a kiss back. Oh, he tried to bank it, the diamond hold up, but
Wow.
you can only do that on a diamond table. But
Wow, wow, wow is all I can say. I'm
That's
watching
why-
some things that I'm having trouble believing. Some shots I've never seen like that one. And this is a stop shot to get to the 7. Now Jeffrey needs this really bad because
yeah, because
yeah,
Chip is.
he's down. He's going to get on the hill.
What do you call on the game before getting on the hill?
Pre-hill.
Pre.
Knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door on deck. There's got to be a term for it. If there isn't, we got to make it on. I mean, pre-hills. How about something a little bit better than that?
Okay. What? Too bad we don't have a chat room. If we had a chat room, we could ask it out there. We could type it in.
Own chat.
We are our own chat. That's scary. Okay.
Okay, he's all right here. I thought he was going to put this straight into that pocket, straight at the 9 ball, which would have been exactly not what he wanted for such a position. Just a pop out here. Center of the table pop out.
You got to be careful if you're Chip Compton because this guy just ran 4 or 5 balls on you. And he hasn't done that this whole match. And you know he's very capable.
Don't let him get
So,
grooved.
Yeah. That just might start what we spoke of. Because here's a young man that you know he can always come back with some firepower.
All right, and he's got firepower.
Yes, he does.
Seven 5. As we always say, every game is huge, and at this point, so late here.
I'm just in disbelief at some of the play.
They've been struggling on this. This is the toughest table. It's the tightest table, and they've been struggling off the cushions. It's
You know,
been a recurring theme.
it is, and you know, by disbelief, I don't mean to criticize, but I'm trying to figure out what could be causing the players to struggle the way they are. You know, always try to find cause and effect.
Yeah, that way you can.
Yeah, but solve it. You try to solve the problem. Exactly.
Yeah, it was a big.
What a
break.
There goes.
And
Yeah, he's made a ball. He's got a shot on the one.
Well.
4, 5. Is there not a no? Nothing's down.
nothing down. So hitting him so hard doesn't really.
I don't think it. I don't think it helps. Although,
because look at the spread. He's on a template rack, and there's really no spread. Every ball's in the middle of the table. Balls didn't go to the side pocket. A ball didn't go 3 rails around, 4 rails around. So hitting him that hard, not an advantage. At least not right now.
well, he's got to come in. He's got to come in close to the 6 ball for position on the deuce. Do you want to come in between the 5 and the 6, or between the 4 and the 6? The 5 and the 6 lays more natural. Just to come in on the bottom side of the 5. Make sure you get past the 6 so you don't get hooked on it, and then you can cut the deuce and go 2 rails for the 3. So that's where I'd be headed if I was him.
I'm going between the 5 and the 7 and get stuck on the 6.
He's going into the side pocket. Wow.
Tried to get stuck on the 7.
Wow.
It's a little too close. And again, to come up so long at this stage of the game on that 1 rail. I think that's what we do, George. Is ask whoever wins. That we ask them because both of them have been struggling.
Yes.
The other guy, we just leave them alone.
Neither one's going to be real happy. And the one that wins is going to be real happy that he won, but he's not happy with his play. Look at that. You know, wow. He missed the ball straight in. He was elevated.
Oh, boy.
So, you know, there's a reason for it.
Right.
But,
and if he had made it, maybe he'd get on that
Yeah.
3, but he isn't on the 3 now.
You see if he stays out of the side pocket. He did. But there's a corner. He's hit it right at it. Right at it. Looking at the, I'm going to try to come for shape for the 4 ball in the lower right-hand corner pocket, where he just pointed.
This will take a little bit of touch that, because he's struggling, you figure him not to get it.
Well, he's going to
You
come
know?
close to the side pocket. Perfect.
And he's there.
Perfect. Now that looked like a 796 Fargo play.
Let's punch this up
If he
table.
draws this into the 8, he's going to look like more of one.
Looks like he's going to miss that ball. There
And
you go.
yes,
Perfect.
yes. He's going to have to follow and come over to where he is now for the 6 ball. Will he go 3 rails up top, or will he just follow 1 rail?
Follow with inside. Hey. He put a lot of
Okay.
inside.
Yeah. And well, it all reads out pretty easy from here, right?
Yeah.
Keep the cue ball about where the 6 ball is for all 3 shots.
He's not
He's
straight
got to start.
in,
Yeah,
is
he's
he?
got to start with the first one. Yeah, no, he's not.
Good shot. I mean, I know that it's such a simple shot, but
Yeah, he's on the wrong side of it. Side pocket shot. He's on the
There
wrong
we
side.
go.
Now he's got 2 balls. He's going
There
to
you
go
go.
around.
You see that? Yeah, he wants to go around the
He's
table
being
no matter
careful.
what.
No.
He wants to go around the world anyway because he just likes to roll that ball. But that's the right thing to do at this point.
Yes. Especially with what's been happening this whole match. Every time he's gone around the world, he's fallen off the edge.
Well, he's gonna do it now. He may draw to the end rail. No, follow 3.
No, he's going to draw this 2 rail. Oh, he's going to follow.
He's following 3. This is where he played.
Didn't he scratch last time he played that shot?
Maybe.
He did. I remember on the opposite side. Came out of the bottom corners.
Well,
He's good here to
When he
get the
pumps
6.
this 9 ball in, we're gonna hear some footsteps. Jeff DeLuna within one now.
Jeff DeLuna's going to look over at Chip Compton and say, I'm back.
I didn't go anywhere. I'm right here.
Chip's break to get on the hill. Breaking to get on the hill. And Jeffrey is fighting for his tournament life because this is on the one loss side.
Loss side. Both of them. Clearly.
Mm-hmm. He's feeling a little bit better about himself. It's one of the few times he sat down today, not discussing.
Not discussing themselves.
I don't like watching players struggle. I just don't.
No.
I know.
Yeah, we don't like struggling either, so we know exactly how it feels.
You know, and when I win a match
Look
like
at
this,
break. Huge break. And, well, he's got, at least you can see the two.
yeah, he's over the 4. Tough. Just, you know, the balls just aren't rolling in a nice manner,
Right.
per se. I don't know what to say about that. Just over a ball. Yeah. A cut that's going to go right toward. Yes, but look at the look how big the side pocket is. Yeah.
Huge
look
side
how
pocket.
big the side pocket is.
And he knows it.
And you know, you can't put too much English on it because you're going to move the ball around. You're elevated, so you're mastering the ball to begin with.
All right.
Nice shot. Took
Misses
care
the
of
9.
that. Missed that.
Bumps the 4.
Bumps it out of the way instead of in the way, and he's got a shot.
He's got a shot on the 3.
With
a little bit of a tester, but if he gets this, it looks like the rest of the rack looks fairly straightforward.
The guys are shooting themselves into stroked. Hit that ball pretty crisp.
Oh, I thought he missed that ball.
Coming up in approximately 12 minutes. And all my tables out on the floor are assigned. So table 23, and we're going to cut you.
And this should put Chip Compton on the hill here.
Table 25.
Once he pockets his 10 ball. Jeffrey will be breaking the balls.
And Skylar Woodward.
Man on the hill.
27 is Ray Robles and Tyler Skyer.
That was a break and run.
5 p.m. round will be
First one of the match.
Yeah, I think
Like I said,
so. I can't remember another one.
No, that was the first one of the match. Because they've broken bad. They haven't really had opening shots. They've had a couple of opening shots, but then it was, it's just been funny, and everything's gone kind of awkward is the best way to describe it, I think.
And that one, Chip had to take the 1-ball flyer and hope, and he got somewhere and made a good shot in the 3-ball, and that was really the rack.
1 to the 2. It was
the 1 to the 1 to the 3, I guess it was.
Yeah, big pocket threatening on the side pocket there. Let's watch this big break again here. Whack. Trading 6-6.
That's a big break. And look at
stop
that cue ball with that big of a
he
swing.
He just made 3 balls on the break. Straight in, not straight in, but he's got a great shot on the 1.
He's got a shot on the 1.
He's got a great shot to make it. It's just hard to get position on the deuce. See how he handles this. He's coming there. That's what he's looking at, see? Yeah, the side pockets come to play big. Both of them. Oh, look at this cut.
Cutting the ball in.
wonder if he even thinks about playing safe behind the 9. 4 ball was in the way for it. This is a tough shot.
Yes, it is.
Steep angle.
Feels like he just
This is a
wants
tough
to
shot.
fire.
Yeah, after cutting that ball, he wants to let it stroke out. He wants to, he's more effective firing the balls.
And I think he's supposed to shoot this ball. And if it wasn't for the struggle, probably would have already shot this ball.
He's got a nice safety behind the 9.
Yeah. But I think he's cutting this ball in.
Complete control.
And a little bit funny on top of the 4 ball.
And he's going to reach it a little bit, so.
Curls the leg around this time.
Developed the shot for this 7 ball. And we might have a break and run in response.
That's right. He just stops this ball. Isn't that funny? It seemed like somebody just took a picture with a flash, but it could have been they were walking in front of the door over here and went and the window, the sunlight. But it seemed like somebody just took a flash. No flash photography when you're at a pool tournament. You got to go. He's good. He's good. I think he's good. Do you slow roll this ball in, or are you going to go back and forth?
I'm going to go ahead and go across the table and shoot the 10 ball in the same pocket.
And he's going to try to hold. Angle was better than.
It was less than we thought.
Yeah.
And both players break and run.
Break and run, back to back.
It happens again, Jeffrey's out.
That's right.
It doesn't happen, then Jeffrey has a chance to run this and then break and run.
8 to
match.
7. Jeff DeLuna wants to get.
He wants on the hill.
Wants to get on the hill, get a hill match going. Chip Compton wants to just put this away.
Yeah, we'll get to see just how fast he jumps out of that chair if he's provided the opportunity.
That's right.
Yeah. They just brought the trophies up, sitting right next to us here on a table right next to us. First and second place U.S. Open Cup. Big old cups. Fill that with some tequila and drink it. He won't survive.
I can't tell if Chip moved over. I thought he was on the right side as he views the cue ball.
Well, there goes the 9 in the pocket. And there goes the cue ball in the oh my.
Did he just get?
He just got knocked in. He got hurted into the corner pocket. And Jeffrey's up at the table. Going to grab the cue ball.
Wow.
Chip can't believe it. He goes, wow.
We might have a hill match here. I mean, with ball in hand, you'd expect it, but table has been a little bit difficult.
They've had their struggles, but they just broke and ran their last racks.
First shot's tough for a left-hander.
It is. He's actually, you know what's tough about it is where the 6 ball is. I put the cue ball right next to the rail on the left side of the 1. I like
There
this.
you go.
I like this.
Just follow it.
I like this. Instead of going 2 rails around there, I like this at all. I think I would have come to that sooner or later.
Sooner or later.
But right now I was looking at going 2 rails, and I said, well, the 6 ball's big there. I can't do that. What else am I going to do? You know, and then he did that, and my eyes opened up. He wants to follow this right down to about where the magic ball rack is.
Yeah, the 10 ball is the only ball of his concern at this point, other than making the 1 ball, of course. And he missed the 1 ball. Did I jinx him? And he didn't get on the 2 anyway.
That didn't look
Yeah,
good.
it just didn't. It just speaks to his uncomfortability right now. And Chip Compton has an opportunity to run right out.
Wow.
Let's make sure he has an angle on this 2 ball, just to punt
does.
up the table to get on the 3 ball.
Big win for Chip.
Well, he's not going to like that. He's straight in. And the 4 ball is up there, so he's going to have to punch this out a bit. Oh, he's hating it. He could hit this hard and just bunt it off the rail and then take a tough 4. If he tries to go forward, I think he can crash through, but it's, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The first shot would be like to bunt it off the cushion and take a tough 4, or go forward, fade the corner pocket.
He can draw
definitely.
He can draw it between the. Well,
Yeah,
he's
so
gonna.
he was just too
gonna
straight.
Take it.
He was just too straight
was
to
he?
do
Okay.
anything. That was the problem.
I glanced at the monitor and it looked like he could
Yeah.
hit the rail and come between the 6-8, the 7-8.
There doesn't look to be much of a future here, because if he hit it, he's got to slow roll this, doesn't he? Because he can't go across.
Just you want to make this ball.
Yeah,
And you
he's-
just
he's-
make it. He's okay. He's got. If he makes the ball, he's okay. He's not going to fire it, but
Very nicely done. He was able
Yeah.
to get between the 5 and 6. The 7 is the whole game. He's quite a ways from it.
looks to be pretty close to straight in here. So
Well, he stopped this one, I think.
you got to give yourself a little angle because he's got to go to the other side of the table. 7 doesn't go by the 10, so he's got to go to the side of the table.
I gotta wonder what he was thinking there. Maybe
He's-
maybe it sits much better than we think.
I think he's sitting pretty good. He's going to hit the rail and come out. There you go.
That was a lot of things that had to happen there.
Yeah.
But it
Last
hit-
3. Yeah, he had a lot to do there.
Right, because the
Last-
7 ball is the whole rack here.
2 balls for the win.
Just stop this ball and then. Oh, he had enough to draw this. No concessions? No concession.
No, the way these guys have been playing, I wouldn't concede this either.
Chip Compton going on to the next. And Jetaluna is out of
And
the
we'll-
U.S. Open 10 ball.
We'll be back in just a bit with your next match.